Last season ends, obviously 60 losses. Your coach gets fired. As you're going into the offseason, like what's the first thing that's hitting you?
That we need to change things going into this next year. So it's really like an emphasis to have a really good summer.
Where did your mind go immediately when you look at yourself individually?
Getting stronger and just sharpening everything. Just trying to, just get better all around.
I talked to a lot of people over the summer. They said out of all the players out in LA, I know you were primarily in LA, you were one of the guys that stood out in almost everything. I know there were a lot of runs out there. Take me into the summer. When did you know exactly how you were going to map it out?
It really was just like I wanted to, add to my bag, like just, see different looks and, different minds of the game, how people look at it, how people train and stuff like that. So I really just wanted to get a whole different perspective of like what I need to work on from somebody outside. So I just tried a whole bunch of new trainers, took a little bit from here and there. I feel like it all paid off because it was all things that I didn't know I needed to do or needed to fix on my side or attacking the rim a certain way. And then Mike G with the body, that was a totally different thing for me just because, I do all those type of things with my regular trainer, but those were a little bit like high intensity, challenging your mental a little bit, which I needed. I think it helped out a lot.
You played a lot with guys like Kevin Durant, Devin Booker. What did you learn from those types of guys?
In the runs, you out there competing in the runs, so, you just trying to win games and, go at each other and compete. But in the workouts, the one thing that like really stuck out to me was I was working out with KD. I think it's like my second time working out with him. And I came into like a rip. It was like real slow, like, trying to get my feet underneath me and stuff. And he was like, no, every rep gotta be fast, like game speed. And so I just looked at it differently from, that perspective, because, he's 35, going 110% each rep. So it's like, you gotta treat every workout like the game. So it's easier when you get into the game. And I respected that.
Did you feel like you had arrived, at least in these runs? Did you feel like, yo, I'm that guy right now?
Yeah, I did. I felt very confident in the runs. Felt real comfortable with the ball, real comfortable with my shooting. And I just, could see the results from what I was doing all summer.
But what specifically you think is like, man, you could see the results?
Seeing gaps and just getting my feet down when I shoot. Trying to really figure out my shot. Numbers got to go up this year, more efficient and stuff like that. So just really locking on my feet, getting lined up and square. And then I got a little stronger, so I'm feeling able to take bumps and get to the rim.
For you, this third year is a big year. This is where guys take the jump. We've seen Anthony Edwards, guys like that, Zach LaVine, Brad Beal. It's always that third year where they take the jump into all-star type. Could you feel that you're an all-star?
Yeah, I do feel that way. I feel like it's gonna happen, but I just think at the end of the day in basketball and the NBA, like if you win, everything will take care of itself at the end of the day. So I have individual goals, but like the main goal is to win, and then once that happens, everything will pretty much fall in line.
So Fred VanVleet, you guys signed Dylan Brooks, obviously, Jeff Green, Jock Landale, Boban back. When you look at the group that you guys assembled as far as vet leaders, and as these guys were signing aboard, what was your reactions?
I was excited just to see any type of vet come in. But I feel like we got like a vet in each like position, for like the young guys, and then you got the older guys to learn underneath them. So it's like, it staggers on top of each other, like we learning from them, so we could do something in the future to help our growth. But I was excited seeing all the vets that came in. I was happy about it.
The Rockets looked at a lot of point guards. Obviously James Harden's name came up a lot, Kyrie Irving, Fred VanVleet.
Yeah.
You look at him, you've been around him a little bit this summer now, obviously in training camp. Why do you feel like he was that best fit for you guys?
He's a really good leader. His story is pretty crazy. He's G League championship. So, he's been in the environment of winning basketball. He's done it before. You're a point guard in that environment. You got to have leadership to even be a point guard. So, I think he fit us best. Him coming in, just teaching us, mentoring us. Even Jeff Green, he's a champion too. Being in that environment, He got some type of leadership. So I think leadership was like the biggest thing for us.
There was a lot of talk, this summer. Like, are they going to bring in James Harden?
Yeah.
Go with the older group.
There was a lot of talk on everything.
It was crazy. Your name got.
I got thrown in there. I was getting traded. I feel like the Houston Rockets believe in me. I feel like they showed it a lot, multiple times, and even just like with the team we have now, they're showing it. But yeah, I mean, I was thrown in there and I was just like, screenshot, wallpaper, motivation, like things like that. But I mean, you never know what's gonna happen. You never, you're never safe. Nothing's ever guaranteed. So it's always a reason to keep that chip on your shoulder and stay in the gym, no matter what your situation is, for real.
I'm gonna give a couple guys, and I want to hear what you think. Ime Udoka is your head coach.
Fire. It's my guy. My guy, I think he's gonna, change culture for us. He's already done and brought so much energy. He brought a good staff to help us out. Yeah, the energy is just great.
Amen Thompson.
He's cool. He's a really good passer. He's like super explosive athlete, and I mean, he wants to learn. Like, you could just tell he listens, asks questions. Yeah, he's gonna be really good.
Dillon Brooks.
Man, he's a dog. I think he's gonna, energy like that is contagious. So when he's, trying to lock the best player up, talking, I think that's gonna get everybody going. And I feel like everyone on the team is dog. The way we practice, the way we play defense, the way, our practices have been going. So I think it's gonna be very contagious, his energy. We really have been locked in on defense, and it's been a main focus for us. Obviously, we had a lot of turnovers last year, took a lot of bad shots, and gave up a lot of transition points in defense. But I think this year defensively, because offense, we have a lot of talent offensively. But I think this year is a team that's really bought in on defense, and it's gonna take pride in defense and getting stops. That's gonna help us, get better offensively and just, create runs.